Recorder at home. Become a master. Annoy your parents. Do whatever it takes. But what if I don't have my recorder at home? Well, you could ask your parents if they'll pick it up at school for you. Remember, they're still available to be picked up at school Wednesdays from 7:30 to 11:30. You can also bribe them by doing chores around the house or being extra nice to them. You could also use something you have around the house already. Try to find something that's a similar shape to the recorder, like a paint stirrer, a pencil, pen, marker. A straw would be great because you could blow through it. Or even utensils like a fork or a spoon. But remember, whatever you find to use, make sure you're being safe and you ask first. Now let's briefly review the recorder rules that we've already learned. Wait to play. Digital me does not want to be played over either. If you have to play or you're gonna explode, pause the video first, play, and then unpause me. Left hand on top. Remember, left is right, right is wrong. Left on top is right. I even have this fancy bracelet. It says, left hand on top. That's going to help me remember to put my left hand on the top of my recorder. If you want to pause the video and go find something to put on your left hand to remember it goes on top, you can do that now. Blow soft, warm air. Remember, we want a tropical breeze, not an Arctic blast. We practice this a lot, so I know you're ready for soft, warm air. Whisper, do to play. Remember, we don't say the word do into our recorder, because then listen, do. That's ridiculous. We whisper, do. We hear the D, and then we don't say the oo. Do. All right. And then we have a new mystery rule. Now, before we pick up our recorders and learn our first note, we have some very serious business to take care of. Doing these weird puppet character things with our hands. First, make a chicken and do it with your hand that's on the same side of the screen as the picture of my hand. So that's your left hand, chicken. Next, try a bunny. And last, but definitely not least, a unicorn. Unicorns are boring. Said no one ever. Unicorn. Make sure your pinky's up. Otherwise, it's just a horse. Now let's test your hand puppet skills and see how well you're paying attention. Because, I mean, it's not like you can go back and just rewatch everything so you know it. It's time for Simon Says. Here's how the game works. If I say left hand, then you'll do the shape with your left hand, but only if I say Simon Says. First we'll practice. Show me a left hand chicken, show me a left hand bunny, and show me a left hand unicorn. Okay. And of course, if I say right hand, then you'll do the shape with your right hand. Show me right hand chicken, show me right hand bunny, right hand unicorn, pinky only. Now we'll start, so only do the shape if I say Simon Says, and make sure you're using the correct hand. Simon says, left hand bunny. Simon says, left hand unicorn. Simon says, right hand chicken. Simon says, right hand bunny. Left hand bunny. Simon didn't say. Simon says, left hand bunny. Simon says, left hand unicorn. Simon says, right hand unicorn. Right hand bunny. Simon didn't say. Simon says, right hand bunny. Simon says, right hand chicken. Left hand chicken. Simon didn't say. Simon says, right hand or left hand chicken. Left hand chicken. Simon says, left hand chicken. And we'll end with left hand unicorn. But Simon didn't say. Simon says, end with left hand unicorn. Whew, how'd you do? Pretty tricky. Or maybe not. Come on, when are we gonna learn our first note? Right now! The equation for our first note is left hand unicorn plus right hand bunny. Left hand unicorn plus right hand bunny equals, drum roll, the note E. Okay, first, make a left hand unicorn. Then use your free hand to pick up your recorder. Remember to hold it from the bottom because it's our right hand. You've got your left hand unicorn that should match the picture on the screen of the unicorn. And you've got your recorder. Since it's our left hand, the unicorn needs to take a bite out of the top of our recorder. Every finger is going to get a hole on the recorder, even your thumb. The only one that's going to stick out is the pinky because it is a unicorn after all. So I'm going to take my thumb, the bottom part of my unicorn's mouth, and put it on that hole that's on the back of the recorder. Cover it, and then my mouth gets 1, 2, 3 holes. I didn't skip any. I took the very top one, the next one, and the one after it. I've also got my thumb on the back. Woo! My thumb, and 1, 2, 3, and there's the unicorn horn. Okay, your unicorn took a bite. Look at the picture on the screen. Your unicorn should be on the top holes, and that one off to the side there, that's the thumb. So don't forget your thumb is covering the hole on the back. Next step, all that's left is our right hand, and your right hand needs to make a bunny. And bunnies live in holes, so when they come across a hole, they don't go past it. They're going to go in and check it out. So you're not going to skip any holes. The bunny goes right in the next one and the one after that. Don't skip any. If you're down here on this weird one down here and there's an empty hole there, then you've done it wrong. You have to slide up and make sure you don't skip any holes. There's your bunny ears. Now, is our thumb on a hole for the bunny? There's no hole back there for the thumb. Only the unicorn gets that thumb hole. All right, those are those bottom 2 holes there. Remember, just like the picture, don't skip any holes. Show me your E. Nice. Remember we had this mystery rule? Recorder rule number 5 is cover the holes completely. If you have a leak, you're gonna have a squeak. Let me show you what I mean. If I put my unicorn on top and my bunny on the bottom, but I don't cover it completely, I slide off a little bit. Look, my finger is not completely over that hole, and this is what will happen. Oh, air will leak out that hole out of your recorder and make a horrible squeaking sound, and you'll be banished from playing the recorder ever again in your house, which means you'll have to go practice outside and all your neighbors will come to their windows and slam them shut. If you do cover all of your holes completely, everyone will be much, much happier, including your eardrums, right? One way to make sure that your holes are completely covered is to use your fingerprint instead of your fingertip. Here's what I mean. Look how my fingerprint is the fatter, fleshier part of my finger. My fingertip is a lot smaller, so it's not going to do good enough to cover the hole. The fingerprint will be much better. My fingerprint covers the whole thing. If I use my tip, my nail, then I'm definitely going to be getting a leak. Fingerprint, not fingertip. So fingerprints on E, left hand unicorn, right hand bunny. Don't skip any holes, and check that you're using your fingerprints, not your tips. And another way to make sure that your holes are completely covered and not leaking is to check your fingers for recorder warts. No, not on your face, on your fingerprints. Here's a good test. If you have your E, you check your fingerprints and you squeeze down on those holes with both hands for just a little bit. Keep squeezing. This is just for the test that you squeeze this hard. Don't squeeze super hard when you play, just squeeze gently. But for now, we're squeezing pretty hard. Don't hurt yourself. Now I'm going to take my fingers off and look, I have recorder warts. I have complete circles on my fingers and my left hand thumb. That means I was pressing down on the entire hole, so it's not going to leak. If you have half circles or part of a circle on your fingers, that means you're not covering the entire hole, and it's going to squeak when you try it. Now that we know about recorder warts and how to use our fingerprints instead of our fingertips, let's finally try playing this E that we learned. Get your left hand unicorn, thumb, 1, 2, 3. I didn't skip any holes up here. I used the top one. I've got my thumb. And then our bottom hand, our bunny, don't skip any holes. 1, 2. That's our E. Squeeze gently, but not too hard. It shouldn't hurt at all. It shouldn't be uncomfortable. Here's how your E should sound. Just listen first. I'm blowing very softly and just going do into my recorder, but don't say it. If you're saying do, you're going to hear this. And it sounds like 2 notes are coming out. Just whispering and breathing do into the recorder. Try it. How'd you do? I'll play one more for you so you can try again. If you're getting this sound, you're either blowing too hard or there's a leak, so there's a squeak. Make sure they're all covered and you're being gentle with a tropical breeze. Let's go through our warm-ups for E in order, starting at number 1. Get your E set, bunny, Check your holes. I'll say number 1 on do. You say it on do after me. Then I'll play number 1 on E, and you play it on E after me. Remember, say it first. Get your beard ready. Do, 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 do. Number 2. Do, 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 do. Number 3. Do, 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 do. Number 4. Do, do, do. Rest. We're going to do 5 through 8. Just to check in to make sure that all your holes are covered. Your left hand's on top, your right hand's on the bottom, and you're not blowing too hard. Also remember, do, not who, no outs. Number 5, do, rest. Do, rest. Rest. Number 6, do, 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 do. Number 7, do, do, do. Number 8 is a whole note, so we will hold that for 4 beats. Here I go, do. Hold it out. Hold it, keep going, off. Good job. Now we'll do a few more echoes on E, but this time, close your eyes. Close your eyes. Okay, I'll go first. You play it back to me. Make sure you're squeezing gently, but it shouldn't hurt. Listen first. Good, you can open your eyes now. For the song we'll be playing with the note E, we need to know what call and response is. Call and response is a form of music where one person, the leader, and a group sing a conversation. The call is sung by the leader and usually tells the story of the song. After each call, the group sings a short phrase back, and that's called the response. No matter what the leader sings for the call, the response is usually the same every time. Listen to our song, Old John the Rabbit, and try to find the answers to these questions. What is the response? And does it stay the same for the whole song? First, I'll sing the song, and then I'll ask for the answers to the 2 questions. Remember, you're listening to see what the response is and to see if it stays the same for the whole song. Old John the rabbit, oh yes, old John the rabbit, oh yes, got a mighty bad habit, oh yes, of going in my garden, oh yes, and eating all my peas, oh yes, and cutting down my cabbage, oh yes, he ate tomatoes, oh yes, and sweet potatoes, oh yes, and if I live, oh yes, to see next fall, oh yes, then I won't have, oh yes, a garden at all, oh no. Okay, what was the response in the song? Which part stayed pretty much just the same the whole time? Oh yes, that's the response. Was it the same the whole entire song? Almost, until we got to the end, right? And then we changed it to, oh no. But it's still T on E every time. E, oh yes. How about this time? Oh, first let me show you where all the responses are. See if you can count how many times that we sing, oh yes. You should have counted 11 times for oh yes and once for oh no, a total of 12. I'll sing the call and we'll both sing the response. I'll sing the call, sing the response with me. So your part is, oh yes, old John the rabbit, oh yes, old John the rabbit, oh yes, got a mighty bad habit, oh yes, of jumping in my garden, oh yes, and eating all my peas, oh yes, and cutting down my cabbage, oh yes, he ate tomatoes, oh yes, and sweet potatoes, oh yes, and if I live, oh yes, to see next fall, oh yes, I won't have, oh yes, a garden at all, oh no. Good. This time, let's try playing the response instead of singing it. And look what note it is. It's on the bottom line, so that's our note E. Remember, every good boy deserves fudge. E. We already know that note. It's our left hand unicorn and our right hand rabbit. If you need to pause it and get that set, do it now. I'll sing the song, you play the response on E like this. Oh, John the rabbit. Remember, tropical breeze air. Good luck. Oh, John the rabbit. Oh, John the rabbit. Got a mighty bad habit of going in my garden and eating all my peas and cutting down my cabbage. He ate tomatoes and sweet potatoes, and if I live to see next fall, I won't have a garden at all. Okay, now the last step is for me to play the call and you to play the response. So I'm going to play, oh, John the rabbit. You still play the response back to me. Oh boy, I didn't practice this, so I hope it goes okay. You play the response. Here I go. Oh yes. 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 Oh no. I definitely had a few mistakes in my part. How'd you do? We We did it! We learned our first note, E. The last step is always going to be to know it and show it. And there's a few ways that you can do that. You can play the note E for your family. After all, they are trapped in the house with you and they don't really have anywhere to go. But if they do find a way to run away, maybe you could play for your stuffed animals instead. Or be your own audience and play in front of a mirror. That's also a good way to check your fingering on your recorder and make sure you don't have any leaks because you can see what you're doing. And your assignment is going to be to do a flip grid for me. It should be pretty simple and quick. You either can choose to ask me a question so that you can get help on the note E, or you can go in and play the note E for me so I can hear it. You could do both if you want to. If you don't have a recorder, still either come on and ask me a question about E, or show me how you practiced without your recorder. Your code for Flipgrid is always going to be Dundor 4th with a capital, or without a capital, no capital letters, all lowercase, Dundor 4th, just like you see on the screen. I miss you guys so much, and I hope that we can get back together to play for real in person very soon. I will leave you with this beautiful E.